Hello, good morning. My name is Chiamaka Izeibe, aka Ada Ekwulobia. Today is the second day of January 2023. I welcome you all to this beautiful new year. Um, for some time now, I've not been around. It's just on, off, and all that. Reason being that I'm running my master's degree here in the University of Salford, Manchester, United Kingdom. So basically, I hardly have time to do a lot of things, masters in screen acting. A lot of practicals are involved. You do this, you do that, and by the time you're done, you're just tired to even do anything. But something prompted this video. Last night, I couldn't even sleep. I was just thinking, thinking about so many things. Okay, what actually started it these days? Um, I went to do one or two things on Facebook. WhatsApp. So, an old friend of mine, I remembered her. I sent to her Happy New Year. And she was so happy. She said, "Oh, thank you, Amaka. Please, can I call you?" Despite the fact that I was so tired. She may not understand. I said, "Yes, you can call me." She called, then we got talking. She was lamenting about a lot of things and all that, what she's going through and all that. In fact, she was like, Ina Feligo, Gegi Kachama, and all that. Sorry, because I know I have other viewers who are not Igbos. She was like, I envy you. Your own is now better. You've passed these hurdles in this country. You've crossed over and all that. At least no matter how worst it is, your own is better. I said, okay, probably you may be right. I don't know. So, but I started talking to her. At a point, she was like, "Oh, thank God we spoke today. Thank God that I started this new year with your words. I never knew I can be encouraged this way and all that." And after that, I went to Facebook, and in one of our followers post, someone was also lamenting what he went through throughout last year and all that. So I was disturbed throughout the night to speak. Probably someone out there may listen to me or my words. Yeah. And we also be encouraged. And that is why I'm here. I want us to always remember that nobody is better than you, no matter how you see it. Yes, I may be in UK, but it doesn't mean that I'm better than you. You may be far, far better than me, even right there, even in that village that you are. Everything is all about it's all about mindset, what you believe in, how you believe in it, and all that. As an actor, as a trained actor, I was told about tactics, strategies, because you are playing a character. Your character has an objective or objectives that he or she wants to accomplish. And for you to accomplish it, you must devise tactics and strategies, to do that. Because there must be obstacles and barriers on the way. So you have to devise tactics to be able to accomplish your character's objectives. And basically that is how life is. Everything about life. Otherwise, you must devise tactics to handle your life, handle the situations that are coming your way and all that. I told her, my tactics is this. Whenever I try something and it fails, I always have the strategy to believe that it's not yet time. That if it is time, it would have worked out. I told her that if I try something now, or if I'm expecting something at the end of the day, I couldn't get it, I would say, who knows what would have happened if I had gotten it? I said, "You saying that I'm here in UK, that I've arrived. You that is there in Nigeria. Who knows if Presently, you have gotten the visa, maybe on your way to come, on your way to UK, one or two things will happen and you'll be no more. I'm not trying to be that negative, but it's just a tactics that has been working for me. And whenever I thought about it, I move on. I re-strategize. Okay, now that this didn't work out, what else am I gonna do? What else am I gonna do to be able to accomplish one or two things again? I kept telling her one or two things. I said, when you remember that you feel that I'm better than you, even though that is your own imagination, because I'm not better than you. Have you ever thought that there are other people who are looking up to you, who feels that you're better than them? There are your mates who are no more, who are there. They've gone down the 6 feet. They are no more of a sinner than you. You are not better than them. But fate has chosen them. That is their fate. I kept on talking to her. The most beautiful thing is that she said, I feel fulfilled with your words. I feel happy with what I've heard this night. And you that is hearing me, I want you to always remember that nobody is better than you. Forget social media. Forget the picture people are painting out there for you to believe. Forget it. Sometimes it's not even the truth. Even if it is the truth, forget it. Onye ọbụla nwere ụwa ọ bịara. Onye na chi. Onye na akara aka ya. Nhapụ akara aka m chụwa nke onye ọzọ. Arụ emene. I'll give you an example. I remember going through this Insta blog night just some time ago. I read where someone was killed somewhere in Canada. I think two brothers or two friends. They went to a club and all that. Who knows? When they were looking for Canadian visa, if they haven't gotten it, they will say, oh, why me, God? God, why me? God, why me? But they never knew that God was saving them from their death. Maybe if they were in Nigeria, they wouldn't have been dead people by now. I may not be right. Remember, I said it's my tactics. That is one of my tactics, to move ahead when things didn't go the way I planned. There are some marriages that never worked in your life, and you were like, oh God, why me? Why did you forget me? Why do you have to do this to me? But maybe if you are so truthful to yourself, look back. Would you have still been proud if you're in that marriage by now? If it had worked out the way you wanted it. Sometimes you look at those people like, oh, thank God I never ended up with them. But when it was happening, why me? Why it never happened the way I planned it? God has a purpose in your life. I'm not even that great of a Christian. I'm just a humanist. I'm a Christian, but I'm not so much into, oh, you must do this, you must do this. Heaven is I want you to believe in whatever whatever you believe in it. I'm not here to preach to you to believe in Christ or believe in all this, anything or whatever. Whatever you believe in. But I want you to hear me out that in all we do, human is the first. Before I consider you as a Muslim, I first see you as a human being. Before I see you as an atheist, I first see you as a human being. In fact, one of my closest friends is an atheist. You know what is an atheist? An ekanka. Yeah. My secondary school classmate. I never even knew that he's an atheist. It's around 2015 that somebody said to me, what about him? What about your neighbor? Because we used to stay together in the Sensi, then in Gariki Secondary School, Abuja. He said, what about him? He's in Canada now. I said, yes. He said, Okanazwa Wokai. I said, which Wokai? He said, he's an Ekankana. I said, oh, really? Well, this is somebody everybody admired his behavior, his sincerity, everything that has to do with him. Now, if I was not told that he's an atheist, I wouldn't have known. But he first represented himself well as a human. And that is what is more important in life. Bringing myself back to the point I was making. Don't allow anybody to humiliate you. Don't allow anybody to make you see less of yourself. Always believe, put your head high. Say, even if what I've tried didn't work out, it doesn't mean that it's the end of my life. See, on when they got one, but some people will work hard, despite how hard they have worked. Maybe their destiny is that nobody go make that money. Say that your children go make that money. No matter how hard you've worked, you're not gonna make the money. Maybe you just be at that stage whereby, yeah, you will not get on. You can be able to feed and think for your family and all that financially, but you're not gonna make that big money to buy a car, this or even Some people have struggled to travel. If it is not in your destiny that you do it at this stage, maybe you end up traveling, maybe as to go or move or whatever, or your own destiny. Go to industry, movie industry. There are some artists that made it at a certain age. They will tell you, I struggled as a young girl to become a superstar. It never worked out. But when the time came, because they persisted and God was watching, and their destiny was also following them, at that right time, it happened. I will tell you what, growing up, I have always been a child with so many dreams. Even when, if you ask me how it's going to happen, how it would have started happening, how it would have happened, I didn't know. But I was always having dreams. I was always having dreams that is going to happen. And I was struggling. But something happened. Sometimes you work hard, it will not favor you. It will not turn out the way you planned it. One day I sat down and I said, Amaka, study your life, study your destiny. I now studied and noticed that things don't happen most time the way I want it to happen. At that moment I want it to happen. It happens at the right time. I've tried to achieve so many things on my own. I think I could do it. But I noticed that moment, if it is not yet time, it will not happen. So what I now do is that if I want to do something, I work hard. If it doesn't happen, I say, okay, it's not yet time. But I will not give up. Study your destiny. Don't want to be anybody. Don't even plan to. There's something we call healthy competition. When you see your mates are, achieving one or two feats, yeah, it as a human being, yeah, we know that you see that to you can be able to do that. You can be able to do that, but it doesn't mean that no you do or die affair. I don't know if I'm communicating. I don't even know if I'm making sense. But in all, be yourself. That person you want to be. There may be something in you that person is even envying. When she was saying all those things, I was just laughing. This is somebody I've looked up to. I said, oh, this girl is actually doing well for herself. I know that life is not easy. I know that you are going through one or two things out there. I know that. I know that it is not easy. But I want you to know one thing. I want you to always remember that all hope is not gone. And in this year, 2023, I still don't want you to give up. Even if it doesn't work out this year, though we believe it is going to work out this year. We believe we are being optimistic. But still don't give up. Because I think what happens is that a new year will come, people put all their hope, it will happen, it will happen. If at the end of the day, it doesn't happen, that's why I made this comment. Still don't give up. At the right time, it will happen. Everything about me happened that way. I'm a living witness. I'm telling you something I know so much about. Please, I love you all. It's still your girl Chamaka Eze Ibe, aka Ada Ekwulobia.